The extent of the injuries to Governor Connolly is a closely shrouded secret at the moment.
President Kennedy is dead, Gordon. This is official word.
The President is dead. The President, ladies and gentlemen, is dead at Parkland Hospital in Dallas.
Truth is stranger than fiction.
Battalion 1 to Manhattan.
Battalion 1.
We just had a plane crash into Level 4 of the World Trade Center, transmit a second alarm, and start relocating companies into the area. Engine 1 out of Manhattan.
Engine 1 out.
Engine 1 out, World Trade Center, 1060. Send every available ambulance, everything you got to World Trade Center now.
That for 1060 been transmitted for the World Trade Center. 1060 for the World Trade Center.
It is obvious today that America has defaulted on this promissory note.
Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror.
When will you be satisfied?
America was targeted for attack because we're the brightest beacon for freedom and opportunity in the world.
The truth is stranger than fiction.
Green 6 to Manhattan.
Stranger than fiction. The truth is stranger than fiction. The truth is stranger than fiction. The truth is stranger than fiction.
Into the matrix you will be illuminated. Into the rabbit hole, secrets will be revealed.
Truth is stranger than fiction.
The functions of our government continue without interruption.
Good evening, and this is Pete Wichert, and you're listening to The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction with yours truly, Pete Wichert. And today I'm having a good friend of mine who came on short notice, which I appreciate. The one, the only, Telly Blackwood. Telly, thanks for joining me live today. What's going on, my brother?
Hey, what's up, man?
I'm hanging in there. If anyone watched last week's broadcast, they're well aware of I got a gun pulled to my head by a bunch of unmarked police officers and transportation security with a white sedan with a green logo. I got zip tied. Still have the marks to show it if anyone wants to see. I'm putting my hand as straight as I can right now. Then I found out that one of my good friends for a long time got shot 5 times in the back and robbed for less than $100 here about 20 minutes away from me. And his family didn't want me to bring up a name or anything like that in fear of some kind of retaliation. So rest in peace to my good buddy. And just kind of makes me wonder about what happened with me, how close I was to, having that same fate. And for all the people who are praying for my mother, thank you so much. She's getting so much stronger, and she should be back actually Monday now. And I think this is actually finally the end of the since December 26th hospital journeys that she's been on. So I've had the good, bad, and the ugly, as well as our bank account being taken by a hospital out here that my grandma did the paperwork really behind our back. So thank you, Obamacare, because that is actually what has enabled them to do it.
So a crooked move, Made by a crook for crooks.
Yep, and it's really getting personal now, and but I've had my friend's uncle, he called in over a year ago, I think, when this happened. It was about this time, maybe actually last year. And he same thing, but he was in his car, got shot right underneath one of these surveillance cameras with, they could see they could see a pimple on your face. And the police were trying to get the information, but the Office of Emergency Management wouldn't provide that. So that goes to show anyone who thinks these cameras are there to keep us safe that it's the exact fucking opposite.
Yeah.
And my buddy too, who got killed last week, was basically right underneath one of those drug cameras that has a 360. Basically they have footage of this and they won't release it. And I'm trying to find a way to make that happen. But other than that, brother, the show goes on. This will be the last broadcast on this studio. I sent the picture to you. What do you think of the new studio?
Yeah, it's a much cooler looking setup, man. It's more kick back, and I think you have a little more room.
Right, and that's just the beginning.
I think you have enough leg room to put your leg up and grab a beer, and you're done.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna have we're gonna have a TV basically like Alex has in the back of his old studio.
Yeah.
We got a lot more to go. That's just like the beginning. So for a rough draft, I was blown away. Unfortunately, we couldn't do it today because of we're down one crewman today. So you have the honor of being the last guest in the old studio and probably the first in the new, because I like the way that looked with you rocking that guitar. and it was chosen by fate. I wasn't there and they picked your graphics, so you're going to be the first guest.
All right.
But yeah, man, first off, I want to hear about your personal transformation, man. And I hear, off air, things are going well, but why don't you tell the audience about just how much, pretty much it's what InfoWars supplements have changed your life.
Yeah, I started, we're in the third month right now. A few months back, I was like 421 pounds, somewhere around here. I was just getting heavier and heavier. I took the challenge, tried some oxy powder at first. I liked the results so much.
Did you actually have to shed a lot though?
Oh man, like a racehorse. But
yeah.
It wasn't like an all day thing.
Uncontrollable, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's controllable. You can still pinch it and run.
But cutting it close, because that's one thing I'm worried about. That like if I'm doing a show, I can't exactly just like run the hell out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's pretty timed. It's not like a laxative where you take something and you could be off and on power squirting all day. I mean, I take these before I go to bed on an empty stomach, because I don't usually eat past 7. Drink some water with it, with a little bit of fresh lemon with it, and helps activate it. And then you go to sleep. And then while you're sleeping, it starts breaking down all the old shit you have up inside, it starts breaking everything down into liquid or gas. So for me, usually I take it, 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock at night, depending on when I go to bed. Usually by 6 or 7 a.m., I wake up and I have to go to the bathroom.
Which is good. I mean, that's consistent bowel movement or whatever the doctors always preach about having, and you get rid of like stuff, even like parasites.
Yeah, it's not uncontrollable, fire and brimstone or nothing, but I mean, up to an hour you could be back and forth, or it's up to an hour, then you're good the rest of the day. So it's a good time thing, a sense that you have to deal with. But anyways, I started off with that. Then I didn't want to. I had already lost like 12 to 17 pounds, just that body of oxy powder, and I was like, wow, that's interesting,
Mm-hmm.
And so I hit him up and proposed, hey, I'm thinking about doing a video. If you want to sponsor me on supplements and everything, I'll do a little time lapse here and we'll do a video on it. And kind of just went from there to following along with a video to a full blown movie. So I figured, hey, I'm just gonna
go all out.
Go all out, balls out, and make it into a movie documentary. So a 3D documentary at that.
Damn, is that like the first ever 3D documentary?
Yep.
Unreal. Good idea, brother.
So it's so I mean, so I started out, like I said, I was around 421. I got sponsored a gym membership in 24 Hour Fitness. Dr. Group on Global Healing Center off the board, and I lost like 52 pounds so far. The past probably 2 months and 2 weeks.
Congrats, and you're going to the gym too. So what people need to take in consideration is muscle weighs more than fat. So Telly is gaining muscle and losing weight, which means that he's working his ass off, and these supplements are in fact helping without a doubt.
Listen, I'm 360 now, but keep in mind, a couple months ago, I got on the elliptical and I was only able to get under 5 minutes before I was burnt out, puffing and puffing, and now it's just a couple weekends ago I did a mud factor 5K mud obstacle run. And I scaled, 24-foot wall with cargo netting and hopped over other kind of walls and did all sorts of obstacles for the whole 5K. And I completed that. I couldn't have done that.
I don't think I can right now, actually.
I paid the price for about 4 or 5 days after. I couldn't move, but it was well worth it.
Oh yeah, it's like a good sore, man. It's like I used to lift so much. I mean, I loved it. I was 180 benching over 300 pounds when I was like 15 until I messed my shoulder up, and that was like the best feeling. It's like a feeling of achievement.
Well, one thing that's difficult is the more mud gets on you, the heavier you weigh.
Yeah, exactly.
So I already weighed enough. Here I am, already 360 something pounds doing 5K mud factors. There was no one there my size doing that.
Yeah, and
I definitely think I bruised my asshole. On top of that wall, that's 26 feet. That's terrifying. Shit. I climbed up there, threw my big old leg over, and I sit down. And that board was really thin, man, like a 2x4 kind of thin.
Oh, that's
I racked my asshole right on it, dude. So I'm pretty sure I bruised my gooch and stuff, man. So I climbed back down and hit the big old slide into the mud and. Got there for the medal, so actually, I made it.
Hell yeah, that's all that matters. Bruised ass or not, man, you made it, dude.
So I did have to change the way I eat. I did have to exercise. The supplements did wonders, so they helped me get the edge, so I can do those things. And the supplements alone aren't going to do it, but diet, exercise, and the supplements will put you at your prime and just put you right in beast mode, and you go.
So, what is your personal concoction?
I usually I make a pre-workout drink, which will consist of my nascent iodine. It will have, first I'll throw in a bottle of purified water into it. I put in Superman Vitality. I put in the B12 complex.
Mm-hmm.
I put in the nascent iodine X3.
I love that.
I put a couple of cups of fluoride shield. And I had like a cap full of apple cider vinegar from Dr. Group.
Oh yeah, I hear that. Also, I hear him talking about that a lot.
And also he has the all-in-one supplement. It's like a couple of capfuls, and it has all the aminos, has all sorts of nice stuff in there. And so I put that in there, then I mix it all up, and I got my pre-workout drink and get that down. I'm good.
Man.
So that's usually when I start in the mornings,
and the super male gives you kind of like a extra boost, pretty much I guess extra motivation, really.
It helped everything, and it helped quickly. Like I said, I went pretty fast from 5 minutes on the elliptical being worn out to where I do 55 minutes a day on the elliptical. I do another 6 to 10 miles on the bike. I usually lift weights for a while. Then I go swim 40 to 60 laps in the pool.
That's actually what I used to do. Man.
Just for 2 months, that's a big jump.
Mm-hmm. Man, it's the hardest part is just getting back in it, huh?
Oh yeah, my recovery times are fast. A few months back, man, I was wearing a 5X shirt. 5X shirt, and then down to a 4X shirt. A handful of work shirts for 4X. at first.
Come
now,
and take it.
Now I fit into the 3X InfoWars shirt that they sent me.
Well, that's awesome, man. I'm proud of you, man. You could see the difference, dude. And we've known each other for a while now, man. And we're good. I consider you a good friend. So I gotta say, from friend to friend, bro, I'm fucking proud of you, bro. Keep up the good work. And I think that a lot of people will be like, oh, he was just trying to, do this to make money. No, you have to improve your body to be able to fight these people, because literally, it's your body's a temple. Keep it holy, whether you're spiritual or not. It makes sense, because you need to get your body right to have your mind right.
Yeah, no, I got 52 down. I got another 125, 130 to go.
And the whole movie idea is just, that's something that others should look at. Others could be motivated by. I mean, honest to God, look at like that dumbass, documentary like about McDonald's, how even though it was true and right, they could have added a lot more, inspired so many people to stop eating at McDonald's. Look what, your video could do. It could,
in my movie as well, I want to be touching bases with some of my favorite poisons and places I've ate at, and I want to talk about things that are in their food. And I'm mostly focused on my weight loss. I'm not gonna focus too much on my past and what I've done, and it's gonna be primarily, hey, this is me. I screwed up. This is me fixing it. I'm gonna get right into the action.
Yep.
I'm gonna show people how I did it.
Yeah, and that's the way to go. Lead by example, man. Lead by example. And if I had the money and the damn hospitals weren't taking money from my bank account, I would try that Alex challenge he just came out with because I've had the nascent iodine. That did wonders for my throat, my voice. I think I went through like a detox period and kind of felt like shit for a few days. I'm not gonna lie. But after that, it did wonders for me, and I've been out for a while, so I'm pretty sure I'm iodine deficient, as well as that new product he has was a winter sun. Most people are vitamin was a D3 deficient, and I'm the person that actually came up with that probably before the scientists did. Me and my mom used to always be like, man, I hate the winter. It's like I'm depressed, and every damn symptom they've listed we were bitching about 10, 15 years ago already. But I used to coach high school football, and I'd be out in the sun all day. So I noticed since I haven't had that energy. I felt different, I guess you could say. So that'd be something I'm interested in. And of course the super male, because lately with everything going on with me and the ups and downs of life, I'm being the only child and grandchild and man of the house, really, is a struggle, and I'm having trouble getting energy to do just about anything.
Oh yeah.
Well,
the super male vitality definitely helps get your hormones back on track. It's especially reprogramming your body. I was doing the juicing, mostly all day, every day for a month. I'm going to turn around and do that again. Essentially, you lose a certain amount of weight, and it gets harder, and weight starts slowing down a little bit. And that's when it's time to fill in the oxy powder again. It's time to, do the juice fast again and step things up. So it's going to be a challenge. I said, I got a trailer I want to be releasing here pretty soon, within the next 24 hours. Has the mud factor run and everything in it.
Ooh, how about link it to the show on the Truth is Stranger Than Fiction and Facebook page, so people could see what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
that's
awesome.
It's gonna be a start. It's gonna be a start, and like I said, it's 52 pounds down. It's a lot for a big guy getting off that fast.
And adding muscle, I seen in the picture you sent me, dude.
Oh yeah, plenty of that too. Then that's pretty much the start of the journey, and
which means really you lost a hell of a lot more weight, because the muscle makes it seem like you don't. it used to drive me nuts. Like I could see that I'd be getting skinnier, but I'd be getting heavier because I'd be lifting so much. So,
oh yeah, I mean, I've been investing in a really high protein diet, and if I have a lot of protein, I have the peanut butter PP2 powder that I mix in with things, and the extra protein in. It's low calorie. So I have a couple of corners that I cut and keep things in my diet that I like to eat, and instead of cutting everything out I like, just find a way to get things that are what you like in a lower calorie version. That way you gotta totally sacrifice everything, and it's like you're on a rabbit diet or something.
Yeah, that's what most people tell you. Eat lettuce, eat salad. Like, dude, we're men, man. We need something, But basically, I've been just losing weight, trying to live life and doing what I have to do, running around like a maniac. And every now and then I'll go up and hit the heavy bag and things like that. But I'm actually probably at my natural weight. I'm like about probably 57, 160, and I'm barely 5'8". So I mean, I think that's about average. I played high school football, middle linebacker and quarterback. I was at like 175, 180, and then my senior year is 230. And it took me 5-6 years to gradually get that weight down without any, supplements or anything like that. Busting my ass too in the gym.
Well, yeah, I was pretty stubby going into my junior high year, and I lost most of it during the summer on my way to ninth grade. And I came in at 215 my ninth grade freshman year. I started lifting weights and doing all that, and I got to like 225 through my sophomore year.
Well, yeah.
So I wouldn't mind getting back to some around there again. Not 215.
That's your goal? Yeah, I was going to say, when do you plan on ending the movie? When you get to your goal, or like?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, and that's your goal?
So I'm looking about 230, 240 tops. I'm kind of looking at.
That's awesome. Can I have a piece in there? Can I just be like an extra walking by?
Well, if you can make it here to Sacramento, you can be in it.
All right, brother. I'll drive down there, man. I'll wait till the end of the summer, so right at fall, get some nice weather and stuff. So
bring some water with you. It won't be much here.
Oh yeah. Is that affecting you personally? Because I know when I lived in Truckee, all the way up in the north, they were already in 2005 talking about the same issues, and don't shower, flush your toilet, or shower like for a few minutes.
There's been a lot of regulations and rules coming up, but mostly it's just applying towards citizens and people who just live around here. That's who's getting hit with most of the restrictions. Well, you have Nestle and other water companies pumping the water like a cheap whore and selling it while we're running low.
Out of Michigan for free. And they're even draining the aquifers that are underground that feed things like the Great Lakes. So, I mean, they're scumbags.
When people get hit with restrictions is us. They're still building houses like crazy. The government, it's just ridiculous.
Yeah, and I just saw this on InfoWars, actually from the Washington Free Beacon. Russian fighter jet nearly collides with U.S. spy jet over Europe.
Yeah.
We're getting close there. And then another thing is there's been a bunch of helicopter sightings. I never got to speak to you about what happened outside that day you were sending me the pictures of the helicopters. Were they doing drills or what was going on?
I don't know, man. It was weird. It was just one. I was just flying around, and there was another one in the distance that you can see that was probably less than a mile away.
I've had the same thing here.
Just silently flying around, little patterns, and
is it three in a pattern, like a bigger one, and three like either two protectors? It almost seems, and they fly like in like a tight V. But at distance, like not like tight, like you think of like jet fighters at an air show, but like probably like if you were to take the full helicopter, a couple helicopter lengths apart. That's what I'm seeing. And
there's some choppers here flying around with no lights.
That too.
You know, one had just a red light on there. That was it.
They usually have red and a green one here, and yeah, I've seen one with just nothing, literally nothing flying. I heard it. I couldn't see where it was, but almost every day now, and I'm not sure officially if the Jade Helm operation is going on in Chicago, but when it was going on last time in Florida was the same time it was going on here. And I've been noticing, and I've got video at O'Hare again of those like Mercedes, like big ass trucks with the back that they were throwing people in.
Yeah.
I've been seeing a hell of a lot of those. And one of the people who haven't read it, one of the main objectives of this is to disguise as a civilian. So I've been watching people left and right just to see it. I got to admit, I've been seeing more of those like politician like Suburbans that you'll see in like House of Cards, you know, and they're with like the president. I've been seeing more of those white vans. I've been seeing police cars with giant antennas. I think that they're doing something here as well. I wouldn't be surprised if we get hit with another pretty bad summer of drills, where a lot of people actually the last time they did it were pissed off here, and I was proud that we got mad about something in Chicago. So it might backfire on them. But Telly, think about this. Say they have some agent provocateurs, you know, and they stage something where they, I don't know, shoot down a helicopter or fire at it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't that trigger something major, like huge? Isn't that why army bases are built, so that they train there so they don't scare the people? Why would they be trading to round up people unless they were, you know, planning on some kind of resistance? So I'm thinking that they could be running this just like 7/7 and just like 9/11 in the Boston bombing, where they have drills so that they could blame it on, like, you know, the Patriot Group took shots at special forces running a drill type shit.
I mean, it's very possible, man. It's kind of, I've been reading up on it a lot and checking people's videos out, and you know, it's just when the pieces fall into place that easy. It's kind of hard to say conspiracy, or it's kind of hard to say bullshit, you know.
Oh, it's definitely not conspiracy. I mean, they are doing the drills. But I'm just saying what my point. Yeah, that's total theory. But it's that simple. People like, and then next you know, it's not actors they're throwing in those Mercedes.
You're going to hear my voice fluctuating. I'm actually getting my sore spot in my back rubbed out, so you're going to hear my voice go up and down now. I'm really digging on some spots. You're going to hear my voice go up and down.
Yeah, man. So, like, honestly, another thing that happened, like that you kind of touched on, was that cop that got charged with murder. I mean, thank God someone was
about
there.
Fucking time.
Yeah, with film. I think that he probably wouldn't even have got charged with murder if they didn't show him dropping that taser at the end.
Exactly. Yeah, that's what really pissed me off is, you know, even after the taser drop, you have the media saying, why, you know, pushing the begging question, why did he run? It doesn't fucking matter why the fuck he ran. Maybe he had to take a shit. Who cares?
Panic attack.
He can't shoot the fucking someone in the back like that. Then you got a video dropping the damn taser next to him because you're trying to cover up a lie, which they do probably in 98% of the shootings they do on this.
Yeah.
You know, it's about fucking time one of them gets charged with fucking murder. It's about fucking time. And if he doesn't get charged with murder on this, man,
then
there should be fucking
riots.
Yeah. You know, it's a bunch of crap. People need to realize it's not black on white bullshit. It's top on people shit. You know what I mean? It's not.
And it happens every day to a white person, and it just goes unreported because the media doesn't have the racial card to pull.
Oh yeah, if this white people get shot, you don't hear about it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
You know, and that's what gets me too, is if the media just report on each incident, I mean, it'd be clear. The stats show that it's actually less likely for a white officer to shoot a black male. But the way that these then it's not like it's overwhelming. I forgot. Actually, Alex Jones had an article on that. I'm going to cover that next week, where the stats were pretty actually, surprising to me that this happens to everybody, and it backs up what we've been saying. And finally, they charge a guy for murder. If anyone else did that, shot somebody in the back, even if they robbed your house and were running away, you would go to jail. What did this guy do? Have a broken fucking tail light so he deserves to be executed? I mean, people, we need to wake up.
Cop looked too fat and lazy and didn't want to chase him, so he just shot him. That's what it looked like.
And that's kind of like what happened with the guy I used to work with. Now, I'm not going to name names, but it's not hard to figure out. And he just tased some guy literally because he didn't feel like running, because the guy started running, and he maybe took a couple steps right away, just tased him, didn't know that he had heart problems, and killed him. And there's no remorse. When I asked him why he didn't tackle him, his jaw kind of dropped, and he had to look like he's seen a ghost, because I think he realized that's what they would ask right away, because he's a big boy. And this guy was not very big at all, apparently. So, I mean, this is like, it's almost not their fault. They're trained to do it, but then there's people that seem to, after all this stuff is going on and the racism, right? How in your right mind can you shoot somebody in the back like that and not expect, like, I'm actually proud of South Carolina and how they've handled this, because
but the thing is, the cop looked over and seen the guy with the phone on him, filming him. Then he goes and throws it in front of the guy anyway. That's really weird to me.
That's what I'm saying, is these people now are out of control, regardless of how much media attention the other killings, murders get. He just thought he was going to get out of it again.
They're so used to doing it, killing us all these years and pulling shit like that.
Yeah.
Stashing evidence on people
or choking them out like Gardner.
Shooting them and throwing a gun next to them. There's so much crap, man.
Yeah. And they need to either, if they're that afraid, don't be a fucking cop. That's probably not, like, be a mall cop. Okay?
Most of those guys are just kids that got the shit beat out of them at school, got shit canned in trash cans, and they got bullied on, and they turn around and become people like that.
The bully. Yeah.
Yeah, the bully, yeah.
And unfortunately, when you're bullying, or fortunately, when you're bullying someone in school, it's fair. You each don't have guns, knives. It's man to man. These people are bullies when they got a badge, a gun, a taser, nightstick, and they know they have an alibi whenever, pretty much every case. This is the only exception. Look at what happened even with Rodney King back in the day, and how long it took him to win his case. So people, like, this isn't, like Telly said it perfect. This isn't a color thing. This isn't a race thing. This is the police crossing their boundaries.
Authoritism thing. Yep.
Yeah. And
authoritarians.
I mean, honestly, we should, every time this happens, I mean, everyone should start filming the police, because you might save someone's life by doing so.
Or for your own.
And that's what we have to do. And you know what? I hear people, let's put, cameras on them. There's cameras on the dash cam. There's cameras sometimes on them already, and they're still doing it, like the homeless guy. So that's not going to work until they start going to jail. Then maybe we might have a slowing down. But until they start getting held to the same standards as us, nothing's going to change.
Nope.
And I mean, getting a gun to your head, and getting threatened and things like that, which just happened to me. These stories hit me a lot harder now, because if there was no one else driving, that could have been Pete Wichert. They could have dropped the taser by me, said I reached for it and grabbed it, and then they shot me. And I would have, it would have been a day on the news. You'd never hear the end of it. Just like William
one thing I
Scott.
don't hear about anymore is, I know it's old school, especially 80s and 90s. You always hear of If someone comes at a cop with a knife, they got a taser, they got tear gas, and they got a fucking baton. Either an ass collapsible one, or they got a full side handle.
Mm-hmm.
And they can disarm shots with either their weapon, their firearm, or their other weapon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whatever happened to especially when I hear, I think it was today, some guy threw a knife. He had two knives. He threw one at the cop, hit him in the leg. I don't think it stabbed him. They got him in the leg. Then they charged him with another knife, and they all shot the fucking living shit out of him. I said, well, dude, there's multiple cops, one idiot with a knife. You guys got all these weapons, and there's multiple. You can't just take this guy down.
Wow.
It's like, well, now it's not even in the option now to disarm. It's just like, hey, you do this, you're dead.
Yeah.
And that's bullshit. I'm not sticking up for criminals. You shouldn't charge a cop with a knife.
But they deserve a trial.
They'll bring a knife to a gunfight, but obviously something's wrong.
Yeah.
And how many times, these people get shot and killed, and did they really have a weapon? Did they really do this? Did they really do that? It's just, you can't even believe what they're putting out anymore.
Yeah, I don't either. I really don't.
I hear someone got shot by a cop. It's the first thing I think now is, oh, yeah, I bet he didn't deserve it, or I bet, every time. I didn't used to think that way, man.
Yeah, me either. I mean,
every time I hear it, I always think, oh yeah, someone died.
The last time I heard about all those things you mentioned, they were used on me, okay, for them taking my keys. That's the only time I've ever heard it. Now, and that was probably back 2007-ish. Now, it's like with the mix of Call of Duty, with the movies, like American Sniper, the culture, the instinctive training, instinctive shooting training. It's like they think that's their job. We're like collateral damage. We're not. Their job is to fucking serve and protect, and they need to remember that. And and here, just another thing I seen on InfoWars: U.S. Capitol on lockdown after a reported suicide. And police also investigating suspicious package at Capitol.
What the president get his package of Coke sent or something, or what?
It said that suspected shooter just went up and shot himself, and they're shot himself in the
maybe
package.
Columbia is still trying to send Clinton his usual package of
right.
Here's the booger sugar for Mr. Clinton. Booger sugar for Mr. Clinton.
Dude, do you watch House of Cards?
What?
Do you watch the show House of Cards?
No, I've heard a lot about it. I barely watch TV anymore.
Me too, but I started watching that, bro. And
I've been so wrapped up in my movie and trying to figure this 3D shit out, and now I got a drone. 700.
Yeah, you're showing me. I can only imagine what you're doing with that fucking thing, dude.
Well, so now it's really, I got a jib, and it's really focused. I think it's Dr. Group and InfoWars, and I got all sorts of cool equipment now. And
that's
able
awesome.
To start doing the cool things I want to do. That's what I'm trying to set up in your kind of studio, like, so we can start doing our live shows. I can just, the camera's on top of the TV, and mount it on the wall, like the microphone. I can just, whoop, here I am, like Star Trek and shit.
That's awesome, man. I'm so happy for you, bro. People like us, like Seth Davis, other people, we deserve sometimes, a good break too. We're doing what's morally right, and I feel in the end that God will, take care of those. Like, I forgot who said it, but the universe tends to bend towards justice.
And truth, that's when, when I started doing good and being serious about doing this weight loss movie and all this shit, the more honest I was, especially about, quitting pills and doing, quitting the lot of shit I shouldn't be doing.
Mm-hmm.
The more I was being honest and just stop doing this, stop doing that, and not only preaching it, but just saying, yeah, I don't do that, and saying it with pride, I ain't bullshit. And just the more the universe started just bending and things started happening,
Yeah.
And all this started off with me just buying a bottle of oxy powder. That was it. Otherwise I wasn't doing a whole lot. I was getting healthier. I wasn't really, I had no motivation to really do much anymore. I was supposed to And all I did was take a bottle of oxy powder, shit my brains out, lost some weight real fast, felt way better, and I continued with it. And each week got easier and easier, and I started seeing fast progress. And now it's like, hey, then they started getting sponsors left and right, and Dr. came forward and sponsored and helped me out with a lot of shit. And it's really cool. I feel this has really happened for me because I've been honest and tried making a big change here and get true to it. I slip up and fuck up here and there. I'll mess
you're
up.
not perfect, man. Nobody.
I'll have me a milkshake once in a while or something. But they said you don't have to cut out. I definitely haven't eaten no McDonald's.
Yeah, some fat is actually good, like some fatty foods.
Exactly. It's okay to have a milkshake once in a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But before, I was having a milkshake every other day. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree.
I was eating McDonald's every other day, and now I don't eat all that shit no more.
Dude, I was telling Seth Davis the other day. I had to go. My mom, out of all the things that she's in a physical rehabilitation center right now, and she asked for a Big Mac and fries, and I was like, dude, I'd rather bring you a line of cocaine. Like,
yeah, you give her a line of booger sugar. That'd be better than fucking eating a Big Mac,
dude. The funny thing is, dude, I had to go and order, and I should have recorded this. It was like this really nice Asian lady, and she's like, "Hey, thank you for coming to McDonald's. Would you like to try a greasy chocolate biscuit? Would you like to try that? Would you like to try this?" With I'm just like,
it's pretty funny today. I was at my buddy's house today, and
I felt like I was committing a sin.
Yeah, me and my buddy was me and my old lady was at my buddy's house today, and they're getting ready to take off. They had some other buddies show up, and they're trying to get me to come to this going away party from a bunch of their stripper friends. And my old lady's next to me giving me dirty looks. I'm like, I don't want to go to that. Trying to get me in trouble or what? He said, yeah, man, we're gonna have plenty of pot. We're gonna have booze, strippers, and there's gonna be might even be some coke there. Yeah, I said, no, I'm cool on the booger sugar. Everybody started dying. No one's even heard of the word. I haven't heard of that term before. Yeah, people just dying today off booger sugar.
Booger sugar.
Booger sugar. Booger sugar. A line of booger sugar is probably more nutritional to you than a Big Mac meal.
And the funny thing is, the next day, my mom had a stomach ache. And said she felt bloated. I was like, I told you.
Oh, jeez.
I felt like I was committing like adultery or something. And I swear it's just like the most awkward time. It's like they were asking me all these damn questions and stuff, and like, would you like to try our real fruit smoothie? I'm just like, no, damn it, just give me the food. Let me get out of here. Oh man, it was.
But yeah, I mean, the only thing from McDonald's I'll get, dude, honestly, is I'll get an iced tea or something.
Yeah, or like iced coffee.
What's funny is, ever since I've seen Joe Biggs, just like Ronald McDonald, whatever it was,
Donald McDonald, you mean?
I can't fucking even look at McDonald's the same anymore.
He was reading off of their own website too. That's the thing.
Yeah.
People want to like claim that. Like, I'm sure you've seen the videos of that lady and me going back and forth because I was sticking up for Biggs and stuff. And,
oh man,
I'm done.
What a nightmare.
I'm done with her, man. At first I thought they were like government operatives, but they're just damn too stupid because they missed too many things they could have attacked me with and had nothing of substance.
Most of those people that attack you guys have no idea what's even going on themselves. They work for the bad guy and don't even know it.
Yeah, exactly. We're trying to unite people, and they're just there to try to like fucking cause like controversy or division. Like, that's why I said, why don't you show your face? Like, why don't you report on something you created, not Joe Biggs's, tattoos in a different light and shit that's clearly photoshopped, and then we're making fun of her, Joe Biggs claims, and stuff. And she uses that to like back herself up. How stupid are you, woman? That's
what's that one chick said? I never eat McDonald's, but I'm gonna have some fries today.
Oh, yeah, the one.
Like, what the fuck? Yeah, you gonna have a big old bag of poison there,
Yeah, she's like, I'm not from around here, and like, yeah, I like the fries though, and that's what with the plastic.
Yeah, you gonna enjoy that plastic Matt. It was a Matt fucking fries or whatever fucking that shit.
Yeah, I mean,
My mom used to love chicken McNuggets, man. She got those. She used to get those all the time.
Me too. When I was a kid, it's like that's all I got, man.
Yeah, then fucking who was that? I went and broke the thing open and got video or pictures inside of it.
Oh
that,
yeah. Oh god.
Is that Adams or who did that?
I forgot, but it's not like of the images.
It was one of those Dice or Adams. One of those fuckers did it. You know, it's like ew. It was like fucking straight up like melted plastic up in there, like glue or something. Oh, it was bad.
Dude, when I was in,
they looked like meat tissue, protein tissues.
When I was in when I first started really stopping fast food is because of this thing that happened to me in high school. One of my offensive linemen was like, Pete, how are you eating this crap? And it was like McDonald's was like giving like 10 cheeseburgers away. It was like 10 for like half price or 25 cents on a certain day. And he bought 10 and just squished them into basically empty, pop like drink thing. And it filled it with grease, dude. And I was just like, oh God. And like a dumbass still ate there afterwards, until probably about actually 5 years ago, I stopped eating fast food as much as I can. Now that finances are rough, sometimes I have to, but I am cutting out pop, and that just itself had a major impact on me.
I feel pretty comfortable eating Subway now, even after a little issue. I mean,
the food babe settled that.
I always have them make it into a fucking salad instead. If you can make a poisonous salad, then whatever, man. I tried, but anywhere else, I'm just kind of, Like I said, the only kind of burger I usually eat, maybe Carl's for their flame broiled. I don't mind them that bad. So I'll go by and get like a Famous Star wrapped with lettuce. I'll get rid of the bread. I just get a lettuce wrap burger.
I mean, dude, there's some mom and pop places anyone could go to in any city that are good, it's just, we're talking here about the major establishments, but you're going to pay to not get poisoned, That's how sick of a society we are. But yeah, man. So pretty much we got about 8 minutes left before the hour, because my time, since last time you've been on, I've actually had to cut it down. So I only do about an hour and a half show. And is there anything you'd like to bring up? Why don't you tell people about TellyBlackwood.com?
All right. I got a couple websites at TellyBlackwood.com. I got the Losing Leather Saving Faith movie.com. They both kind of go to the same spot now. But yeah, so doing this 3D weight loss documentary. Down on injury right now because I pulled something, because that's what happens when you get old and fat and you don't stretch right. You pull things.
Hey, that happens to a lot of teenagers that are in great condition too, that I coached in football too. Whether that was real or an excuse not to practice is a different story, though.
It happens,
Yeah.
But I'm not giving up. And
how's your pain levels? Have they been better?
They've been all fine. I told you I think I bruised my future.
But other than that, no, like really bad soreness.
I've been cool. I haven't had no. Yeah, I had a little bit, no problem with my knee a little bit right prior to the Mud Factor run. I had a little knee issue, but the doc sent me something for that, and I was fine from that. But this is the first time my back has actually bugged me in a while.
Yeah, well, that'll happen sometimes.
So I probably didn't stretch right or something.
Exactly.
I didn't go for a few days. Just take time off for the weekend.
Or it just takes one little twitch, one little wrong move, and
yeah. I was on the elliptical for a little, like 5 minutes over an hour. And I was fine. Then I got home a couple hours later. I started tightening up and worse and worse and worse. And the next morning I could hardly move, and I was like, oh man, what the fuck?
Wow.
So
I know those days, brother, but the only way to get through that is keep going.
Oh yeah.
Strengthen that back up with that one machine where you got the weights like in front of you. I'm talking about. You sit down and then you gotta like go back and forth with that. That's what helped me after I had my herniated disc in my back. I basically recovered myself, no physical therapy, things like that. And haven't had many issues with my back in a long time. But yeah, man, I appreciate you joining us. I'd love to have you on again. That's why I figure we cut it at about 50 minutes, even though it seems like it's only been 10 minutes, man. When you're talking to your friends, like time flies. But I'd love to have you as the first guest in the new studio, man. You know, I appreciate your support, being there for me since we first met, but especially during these last 6 months of trial times, man. I can't say enough about your character, and I encourage everybody who hears this to go to tellyblackwood.com, go to what was the other site again? I don't want to butcher it.
Oh, it's for the movie Losing Leather, Saving Face.
Losing Leather, Saving Face movie.com or
yep.
Yeah, support Telly, because the guy's a great guy, and what I think he's doing could be a great example for others. And Telly, man, your friendship means the world to me, bro.
Thanks a lot, man.
Man, thank you, man, and God bless, and keep up the damn good work, and send me that trailer, brother.
Sure will.
All right, man. Probably talk to you next week.
All right, buddy. Talk to you then.
All right, man. God bless. All right, I'm going to go to a quick break, and maybe for about 15 minutes or so, I might have Bill Scott just calling quick, because I know Danny's time is limited as well as mine. And we would love to hear Bill's take on the police, their brutality and threats towards me. So stay with us. We'll be right back. This is Pete Wichert from The Truth is Stranger in Fiction on April 11th, 2015.
Yeah, these are automatic. You know what I do. Get big on them. Yeah. What? Yeah, about to set it off. Let's go. Yo, I'm bringing you my POV, something like a COD. Diesel, I'm the G.O.D. I'm just trying to be neo-free. This the Matrix, lyrically I shake shit. Fuck all of that fake shit, I take them back to basics. Claiming you a rapper and a hustler, but you ain't shit. You only drop bars and push pounds when you weight lift. You a small fry, you just a little dude. I'm in the mood to eat a rapper like he dinner food. I am deadly on the mic like a master killer. Can you dig it? I'm big as a silverback gorilla. I got guns even when I'm not packing triggers. The total package, I be looking like an action figure. I am He-Man, rappers are Skeletor. They never met a more better lyrical predator. Dead them with venomous melodies and the metaphors. I'm working overtime, that's how I settle scores. I've been chosen to lead the mission. If rappers want to battle, I'll beat them into submission. There is no competition, now I'm in the top position. I got a plateau missing, but I shit on opposition. These rappers soft as cotton spit and they designer rhymes. My balls are harder than the ones that I was locked behind. You about to find out what it means to be a real MC. I go on verbal killing sprees with rhymes as my artillery. But fuck the battle shit, I'd rather spit some knowledge, fam. The world we living in is nothing but a hologram. A mental projection of everything that we perceive. Our senses connecting with energy that we receive. Destiny's manifesting whatever we believe. If we can dream it, it's not impossible to achieve. It's just a matter of faith and willpower. Challenges make a warrior stronger but kills cowards. And I know that we are warriors by nature. Look inside yourself, you see you are your own savior. You are your own master. God resides inside you. Why would she create you but then try to deprive you of the qualities that she possesses? Knowledge in the deepest blessings and manifesting our destiny with our own intentions. Any creation the creator creates will inherently possess the same qualities and traits as they do. Stay true to the God within. To go against yourself is original sin. Never self-loathing, never self-doubting. Cause faith as small as mustard seeds can move mountains. These are automatic. You know what I do. Get big on them. You know, a very special person once said, never give up. You will always find your way. I been grinding for all my life. I was blind, but I found my sight. I'ma use my heart as a guiding light. Through the darkest days, I'ma shine so bright. Nothing you do, nothing you say can stop me now. There ain't no way. I'ma keep my faith till my dying day. I will not give up till I find my way. I'ma find my way. I am on a mission, I know that I'm gonna find my way. I got tunnel vision, I'm only seeing the light of day. This is my religion, before I lay every night I pray. Hoping you gon' listen to what it is that I'm trying to say. Hope floats, and fear will make you drown in sorrow. Lord knows you could be here today and gone tomorrow. Live for the moment only, count each and every blessing. Although the road is lonely, I'm about to get to stepping. Until I find no breath of visions, what I'm manifesting. I make a life and death decision, never second guessing. My heart's alighting, it's guiding me in the best direction. I'm shining bright and I'm finding my way through self-reflection. Cheer, you could say this is my resurrection. I can't settle for anything other than perfection. Nah, I'm trying to be the best that I could be. If you could see what I could see, then you know ain't no stopping me. I've been grinding for all my life. I was blind, but I found my sight. I'ma use my heart as a guiding light. Through the darkest days, I'ma shine so bright. Nothing you do, nothing you say can stop me now. There ain't no way. I'ma keep my faith till my dying day. I will not give up till I find my way. I'ma find my way. I never gave up, so I found my way eventually. If not, I will be dead or locked up in a penitentiary. Getting big is growing up and being who you're meant to be. Courage is the virtue needed to fulfill your destiny, especially when facing life's obstacles and challenges. And fear makes it feel like it's impossible to handle it. I know the feeling of being afraid to choose, being afraid to love and being afraid to lose. This life is crazy, I know it's so confusing. Sometimes you feel like losing your mind because you're choosing to focus upon the issues to which there are no solutions. There's no changing the past and the future is an illusion. You wanna be great, you gotta take a leap of faith. You will never meet your fate if you choose to keep it safe. Nah, you gotta be bigger, stronger, braver, and bolder. Never give up, cause it ain't over till it's over. I've been grinding for all my life. I was blind, but I found my sight. I'ma use my heart as a guiding light. Through the darkest days, I'ma shine so bright. Nothing you do, nothing you say can stop me now. There ain't no way. I'ma keep my faith till my dying day. I will not give up till I find my way. I'ma find my way. Life is a journey full of decisions. Every choice we make will ultimately result in the consequences that make us who we are, creating our own destinies, you know? And we're all destined for greatness. We just lose sight of that. You know, we let that fear creep in, that voices in our head telling us we're not meant to do it. We find ourselves in circumstances and situations that are seemingly overwhelming, and we feel like quitting, we feel like backing down, like this ain't meant for me. But that's not true. You gotta dig deep inside of yourself, find that courage. Don't listen to your mind, let your heart guide you. You know what I'm saying? Be the person that you're meant to be. And get big on it. I've been grinding for all my life. I was blind, but I found my sight. I'ma use my heart as a guiding light. Through the darkest days, I'ma shine so bright. Nothing you do, nothing you say can stop me now. There ain't no way. I'ma keep my faith till my dying day. I will not give up till I find my way. I'ma find my way. Find my way, we'll find my way, find my way, we'll find your way, we'll find our way, never give up, we'll find my way, find my way, we'll find my way, find my way, we'll find your way, we will find our way, never give up.
Never give up. And that's one thing, that's the reason I played that song is we will find our way as a society, as people. We will improve this country. It might take a lot of work, might not happen in my lifetime, might not happen in yours, but it is our duty to have a legacy, to do something, to stop the powers that be from taking this country, which was a great experiment, and based off of free markets, based off of limited government. And I see people attacking Rand Paul a lot and Ted Cruz a lot. And they even removed Rand Paul's speech when he declared that he was running. And part of me says, you know, like, well, why would they do that if he is, you know, one of the establishment? So I said before, I'm going to have to support one, or I'm going to have to support Ted Cruz or him or nobody. Ted Cruz is a little uptight on Russia, and his wife's connections. So, and Brand, I'm not sure, but I'm gonna do a lot of research into both of these guys, and I'm gonna figure out what's best, and I'm gonna throw all my support at one of them because I realize that it's bad, and it's never good to choose between the lesser of two evils. But and anyone who's heard my show knows that from the beginning knows that I was a big supporter, especially of Ted Cruz, and I'm gonna support one or the other because I think that would be a positive step. I know even Seth Davis might disagree, but if Rand Paul has a chance to win and they are attacking him left, right, attacking him, ambushing him with news broadcasts, that's telling me something. They're afraid of something. So it could be Rand. I'm not sure, but I'm definitely going to clear. Like I've said earlier, I had a lot of things going on, but I'm going to clear my mind tonight and do as much research on both of these guys as I possibly can in order to basically support one of them. Because I think that Chicago, with its 20-something% voter turnout, is a good sign and it's a bad sign. It's a good sign that the people don't believe either candidate, Chewy, Garcia, or Rahm, we're going to do much of anything. But it's also bad because we can't just give up. We can't just let people like Rahm Emanuel just walk back into power. Like, literally, this guy is one of the most dangerous people in the country. And unfortunately, I have to live under his rule here in Chicago. Connections with the Jewish mafia, connections with just about every scumbag organization you could think of. And I don't know. I think that we need to do this, but it's going to be step by step. And getting someone even like a Rand Paul into office would be a step forward. And that is something I've grown on the last couple weeks, more so than ever. Because if we don't, we're going to have a Hillary Clinton. We're going to have a Joe Biden. We're going to have some establishment type, and shit's not going to change. I mean, as much as I have my doubts about Paul and my questions and concerns about Cruz, one of these guys would be better than 99.9% of the other possible candidates, and that's a fact. And a few more things. Another odd thing, we had a bunch of the nuclear commanders fired almost in response to what I think it happened at Dulles Air Force Base. And now we have U.S. Air Force, another commander fired, and it was for another damn stupid reason where you usually wouldn't fire someone that high over. So it seems like the leaders of the military are being purged before our very eyes. Like, literally, there's a purge on the leadership of the military. And is this the good guys that are standing up for us, that are trying to keep us out of a major war, that are at least like addressing their concerns with the path of the country? And is that why they're being fired and purged? Or are they just, a guy cheats at a casino, a high nuclear commander, and he deserves to get fired? No, it's illegal, but they don't fire people for that, usually with that high of clearance and that much power. So we got to think about that. Like we were talking about with Jade Helm, I'm very worried that this exercise could trigger some kind of false flag. As we've seen before, false flags coincide with drills. This is a major drill across plenty of cities. It would take one incident to basically cause hell in the United States. If one of those choppers gets shot at or something like that, or they even send agent provocateurs in, those vans will be filled with people like me, people like you listening to the show. So we need to voice our concerns even louder about Jade Helm and any military operation done on the American people. Because this is the same government that's spraying chemtrails, that's actually drop the nuclear waste into the ocean that doesn't give a shit about Fukushima and radioactive particles reaching the West Coast, just raises the level of the what is acceptable. They turned the alarms off because it was scaring people at a nuclear power plant when it leaked. I mean, we need to wake up and start using the better minds for things like alternative energy with things such as Nikola Tesla's work. And there's people like Hutchinson with the Hutchinson effect that you could see on YouTube. There was on Jesse Ventura's conspiracy theory when Dr. Fred Bell was killed for blowing the whistle on this program. He worked in Star Wars. So we have ways to have energy that is a lot more safe than nuclear. I mean, we're destroying our own habitat. We're the only species that would destroy their own damn habitat. It's time to wake up. It's time to make personal changes. It's time to unite and gain more and more momentum and force change. Change never comes easy, but it will be worth it. We must stick in the fight. And I'm doing so under like very, very severe circumstances and tragedies and family issues. And I'm doing the best I can. But if there was 50 other Pete Wickerts here in Chicago, I think the laws would be a little more in favor of the people. We wouldn't have so many damn speeding red light tickets and spy camera tickets that write you petty city ordinance. It's not even laws for damn stickers, city stickers, whatever the case may be. And this is not keeping us safe. This is robbing us blind. And that's something that Chewy Garcia said he was going to do, but I don't even think he would have. You have to go through way too many hoops. You have to go through too many different agencies, and it's bringing in too much commerce for it to go down quietly. So even if Chewy won, I didn't think he was going to change it. The people that can is you and I. The people that can is the people that are listening to this broadcast. The people that can are the people that care about the future direction of this country. And really, and I have one more point before I wrap the show up. And I just want to stress how important it is to either homeschool your child or send them to a private school that is not in line with what you see in charter schools. And to make a perfect example for the local listeners here is like places like where I went now, Wright College, you know, the junior college system. It's all set up to put us into work at basically like factories, right? You're going to get a job. You're going to get like minimum wage. No longer are you thinking about deep issues. Instead, you're being taught, okay, this is how you fix this. This is how you do that. And on the surface, it looks like a good idea because, well, hell, maybe I could get a job easier. But they're going to go through the same problems that other people did, finding jobs with degrees like myself with multiple, not just from a community college either, from a university. And eventually it's going to get so competitive, it's going to be hard as hell to find a job in that field. But what they're doing is they're training us to obey and follow orders and do this step by step by step instead of critical thinking on your own, drawing your own conclusions, writing, and things like that. And on top of it, it's been admitted actually that every single damn call since like the 1980s has been recorded for drug selling purposes. So now it's a fact that every single person's phone call has been listened to, violation of our privacy, and it's been stored and held. And where's all the people that, you know, are pissed about this? Where's all the people that now see that the CIA brought the drugs in? So why are they spending so much damn money to listen to us, not to catch people? Only maybe if you step out of line or get the small guy, make it seem like they're doing their job. They're listening to make sure that their work gets done. The drugs they put on the street go to where they're supposed to go. And they'll use like people like Freeway Ricky Ross. And it's time to wake up that the school systems, when they did the DARE program, which I was a part of, drugs doubled. When they teach suicides to little kids, they're going to commit suicide. They never had that thought, but now you're projecting that in their head. And with the school systems being like under like almost federal control now, but even Michelle Obama's damn lunch program tells your kids what to eat. They're finding worms in it, in the food and things like that. They are almost completely federalizing the children, just like the Nazis did. And we need to push critical thinking, homeschooling, alternative forms of education. We need to also push an end to the war on drugs, because it is like fighting a tactic like terrorism. You're never going to win. Never going to win, because you can't defeat a tactic of war. Just like you can't stop every damn person bringing drugs in, especially when the CIA is the main culprit. And Danny, I think that's just about it. And I'm glad, and I'd like to thank Telly again for coming on, and support Telly Blackwood, one of the realest, coolest guys I've ever met, and it's an honor, to call him a friend. And I'd like everyone to, pray for myself, pray for my friend who lost his life, pray for, my mother still till she gets out. I don't want to jinx it. So I could still, use your prayers. So can she. And she's so thankful for what you guys have been doing and all the emails I've been getting. We have a few guests coming up soon. Edie Amin from the Outlaws. I'm working on an interview at Diesel Automatic. And also one more guest I'll tell you, and then I'm going to wrap it up. Scott Bennett will be on next Thursday. And you can check him out at armypsyop.wix.com. And thanks again for tuning in to The Truth is Stranger Than Fiction on April 11th, 2015. Please help support the show by sharing, liking, commenting, and also if you'd like to donate, would like to advertise with us, please contact me at Pete Wichert at att.net. That's my name, Pete Wichert, with no spaces, at att.net. Thanks again. And if you were actually, tuning in and you see this, you are the resistance. And thank you for your support. God bless and have a good night.